Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Project 765, where we bring conversations with leaders that shapes tomorrow. And today I am honored to welcome our guest, which is the heart of a beautiful organization and leading international youth organization in the world, and also our first international guest. So, MM organization is not about conferences, but at the same time, it's about the creating global connections, leaders, and connecting cultures and building the experience that is for life. And they have created work from New York to Dubai to Baku. And the person that is in the center of this culture, vision, and these people is our guest today, the Chief Human Resource Officer of MM Organization. So, hi, Maryam, how are you doing?
I'm great. I'm very honored to be in this podcast, being a member of a podcast that spreads knowledge around the world. I really feel very grateful for this chance. And you're right, MM Organization is not only for having MUN or having conferences, it's for building international connections, and it's for showing teenagers their passion, their ability, and their capability. So I'm very honored to be here as a part of MM Organization.
It's our privilege to host you as well. So, Mariam, as you said regarding MM organization, so every global brand has, you know, become a global name in youth leadership, especially MM organization from New York to Dubai, and you have recently hosted a conference in Baku itself. So, if you had to tell the story of MM organization so far, how would you cover it?
So at first, we never knew MM would become such a brand, something very huge, and to a point that we would be hosting international events. We first of all started with local events in Azerbaijan, which we automatically gained attention from teenagers because usually we had school model United Nations. This was something rare, having a very strong team. And Mirsaid himself, he tried to have as much sponsors, partners, and then he came up with MM. After that, we started seeing that people were actually genuinely interested and wanted to go abroad with this project. So we grew this with OWN, One World Nexus, and went even broad with this. Our New York conference was very successful. We were in the UN headquarters. Everyone was talking about this in the country. Mirsaid was very much appreciated with this project because such a teenager at a young age taking so much people from the country to a different place, and it's not somewhere close to the country, very far away. The parents had already started trusting Mirsaid with this project, so I'm very proud of him too on this side. I'm very proud and happy that I'm in his team. And yeah, this is how we grew up. At first, we never actually knew we would be growing up this much.
Okay, that's a lovely story. So every brand or every organization has a why factor, why they started this particular company and organization. So what was the biggest mission that MM was chasing during before starting, or what was your vision before starting this?
It was all about opening the side of teenagers. So since we don't know who has the capability, you can't understand by looking at their faces. We wanted to push everyone to actually show it out, for actually expressing how they feel, their perspectives. We wanted to create this safe environment for everyone that they could feel comfortable and start talking. In Azerbaijan, stuff like very popular, let's call it like this. So the entire idea of this was, let's have people joining and let teenagers start expressing their feelings, their perspectives, so that people can start acknowledging them, their work, and their passion towards this.
Okay, that's a lovely vision. I hope you guys do more better and help our country and other countries as well to work with it. So, as a CHRO, you sit at the center of people and culture, especially you work with diverse culture. Like you are in Azerbaijan, I'm in India. So, you work with a different culture. So, how do you translate that vision into your everyday work, and how do you manage the diversity of people you meet?
So with managing, I don't think communication is very hard nowadays, except for with some people. Within diversity side, I think in our culture, we are very friendly and open-hearted to this kind of stuff. Although people have very few knowledge about this, me myself, since I'm a head of human resources in this and my apartment is related to this, I can keep connection with everyone and explain. I can spend my time explaining to them. I think that's the key in here, trying to actually explain what's going on, our conferences. We usually never have problem with different cultural people, except for the fact that they don't want to join with Azeri people. They're just afraid that, oh, I won't feel comfortable with it. So that's why I usually tag along with the ones that come from foreign countries so that I can support them and be with them.
That's nice. So, okay, when you're building team, as you said that not a lot of people want to join, because of the cultural diversity you have. So, when you're building a team for an international event, like recently, MM organization had a trip to New York itself. So, what qualities matter to you most when you're choosing the candidates who can go there? So, is it their CV, it's their academics, or is it like any extra other factors that you choose people?
So usually when people take somewhere as candidate, as delegate participant, they always look at the experience. But our entire aim is never the experience, is the potential they have. Because you may have tons of experience, but if this person actually does not have the potential, the vibe, the want inside, the passion inside, I don't think they can actually achieve what they really want to. So we always make interviews with the candidates. For example, if we want to pick a specific people for a specific representation of a country, we take 5 people, interview them, and see if they actually have the potential and the wish to actually represent this country or actually be there as a representative. Because going to New York isn't just a chance. Like, we have to make sure these people are experienced and has the potential. That's why we always do interviews. I think that's the most important part, making sure this person knows what they're doing and is ready to talk and feel free in there.
Okay, that's a nice. I think I've not heard ever that a particular organization host interviews. So this is like a really innovation idea that you bring out. It's really nice. So how, and also there is like follow up of this question. How do you choose destination? Because there are thousands of events going on all around the globe. So how do you choose that? Okay, we want to participate in this particular event in this particular country.
Within picking, I think we usually go with the majorities like. Since Dubai is one of the most known popular area, we first went with that. So we thought of, if people want to attend in our conference, first they can actually participate, debate, and on with that they can also walk around the country. So we also taken the popular spots if this country is actually pretty known and if teenagers are attracted to this place. When we pick spots, we pick it like that. If we have like 2-3 spots in mind, we make sure the candidates also put their opinions on it, since they're also very important in the conference.
No, that's nice. I have seen MM works very closely when I was in Dubai with Best Diplomats, and I think you guys are doing amazing work, and we really appreciate it. So,
Thank you.
yeah, talking about scaling globally always come up with some challenges, because when you work with your local organization, it's kind of easy. It's not easy, but yeah, it's a little bit easy. So what is the toughest challenge that you as an MM organization have faced, and how do you come up with it?
Okay, I would say the toughest part is indeed communicating with the people, because and parents. Parents at one point get very worried, and the kids are also worried that, oh, what will happen? We're going alone, everything will be messed up, new people, different cultures. What will we eat? What will we be doing there? Will it be boring? Everyone is having that thought. Since when we go somewhere, we want someone that is our very close friend to tag along. But going to a different country, this opportunity is not always open to take someone that's your close friend. So that's always our main problem, having someone that's their best friends that will tag along. And we usually solve this by us becoming their friends. We try to communicate with them as much as possible, make sure that they feel safe around us. We make sure they tag along with us. We play games during the night times. We don't only have the strict conference schedules. We make sure that they also have fun, and we communicate with the parents at the end of the day, making sure that they also are not worried about the kids and that they're safe with us.
Okay, yeah. I can actually relate to this because I think parents indeed of this nationality have a very same feeling all around the globe. Whenever you go outside, you have, parents calling up you and asking how are you, what you're doing and all that stuff. So that's amazing work you're doing. So young talents today is very ambitious and relentless because as we have seen a lot of examples since the CEO of your company as well. So from your perspective, what excites you most about this generations and how do you still think they would work in this generation?
So it actually surprises me because I would never expect this generation to be so interested in country and politics. Because many people right now don't even care about it. They think the world is just going very softly, let's say, and there's no problems, there's nothing in the background. But then I see some minds, perspectives from teenagers that yeah, they actually are thinking the background of countries, the presidents, and politics side of this. So I actually get very surprised at one point that, oh, these people actually sit down and think about politics and they're actually smart enough. So I always try my best to open their side to see that, okay, yeah, they understand politics or they're just here for observing.
Okay, that's nice. So, talking about the New York journey MM had, and it was a really big win for them and you guys. So, what was your experience overall? I hope you have been there as well with the team.
I could not go, unfortunately, but as far as I heard, everything had gone well. I was in Turkey with them, with OWN. The conference, everyone told me was very amazing, and we had a lot of filmings going on, and our participants really enjoyed it. And our Dubai conference as well, it was great. As you also said, you also tagged along with them. In Istanbul as well, we had a conference. I was there with them this time. The conference itself went amazing. We had zero problems. There were so many people attending from our country, and everyone was debating very well. I feel very proud of the team to go to New York, actually, because it's something very big. And I would call every day that, oh, Mercedes, everything okay? How's everything going? Of course, he had a tough time with all that kids there because he had to manage everyone, but he said that it was well. So that's all I heard from them, from their
Yeah,
side.
that's nice. I hope you go in next time because that's a lovely place to be. So
Yeah.
before the title of CHRO, and so there was a little Maryam. So what early influence shaped you to see yourself and this leadership today? And like, what was your journey being a CHRO and a little girl? How do you connect these journeys?
When I was little, I actually never thought I would be here in a podcast or generally in MUN. I started off with just being a delegate, and I just went a couple of times in a year. But then Mirsaid opened my potential. I never knew I had this HR potential. He tried making me connect with some people in Model United Nations. After it was all of on Mirsaid. He made me notice that yeah, I actually have this potential because I was never willing to attend every week in MUN or be in such huge projects. But Mirsaid always was like, you can do this. You have the potential. Try communicating more. Join our events, and you will see that you actually do have potential. After on, I went to a bunch of MUNs, especially Mirsaid's projects. I was mainly with him. And then I saw that, yeah, I can do this. So I started with my HR journey from there. I'm still in amazed, let's say, or shocked that I'm here because I never knew that I would be a human resourcer because I never communicated with too much people every single day. But now I communicate with around 150 people a day. So yeah, like this.
That's lovely. So if you get a 1 minute call with a 5-year-old yourself, so what would you say to her?
I would say I'm proud, and I will say that don't worry about it. Everything will be okay. Because as a little kid, I always wanted to be like introverted, small surrounding, not much people around me, only my family. But now that I realize, I think having a big surrounding sometimes is positive. So I would make sure that my 5-year-old self would prepare itself for this upcoming journey.
Okay. I truly believe, same, that, sometimes you don't expect that you deserve something really big until somebody else tell you. So that's a very relatable story, and I think a lot of audience can also relate to it. So leadership styles can be very different, and leadership also means different to a very different kind of people. So how would you describe your kind of leadership? Is it more kind of, head work, or it is more kind of hard work, or is it more kind of mix?
So with us, Mirsaid especially, he's always the general type. He always makes sure that everyone is so strict, everyone has everything done at time, which that's normal, of course. He's trying to make sure everything is settled down. But then, of course, he also has the days that he goes, okay, let's have fun today, let's relax. And he is friendly with the heads all the time so that the heads feel safe and respected. I think mutual respect is the main part in here. If you're the leader of a project, you have to make sure your team has respect to you and you show respect towards them. Me, myself, whenever I was a DAIS member or head of human resources, I made sure that I had the mutual respect between the people, and I make sure that I was friendly with them at one point so they don't feel very stressed or pressured. So I think keeping the friendly environment and strict environment equally is the best choice as being a leader.
That's exactly my type of work, so I can exactly relate to it. So talking about the MM organization, what vision do you have when you see MM organization in next 10 years?
Oh, that's a nice question. So I think within 10 years, okay, I would say MM would be probably known by the government of Azerbaijan. If we started off like this, I think we could be in newspapers within 10 years. I expect that. And I think we would be already around 5, 6 countries by 10 years with Model United Nations conferences. I'm expecting that. And I think we could have additional, other than One World Nexus, some other big projects and official members who could be joining us for making these conferences. I see MM in somewhere big, I would say.
I hope you guys become that. It's great. You guys deserve that, actually. The amount of
Thank you
work
so
you
much.
put on your social media, I've seen that, and it's amazing. So, outside of the boardroom, like, what is the situation in MN organization when all of you heads are sitting in the boardroom and when all of you are sitting outside the boardroom? What's the situation out there?
Inside, everyone is very strict. Everyone is so passionate about the work. They're trying their best to get it done. And I'm getting currently notifications from group chats. They're trying to make our promotion team work. They're active literally 24 hours inside. Then in outside, we all are very friendly. Indeed, our families, parents always tell us that you guys are like a family. So I think we've created a very good environment inside and out. Everyone thinks that we're very strict, that we don't really communicate outside, but we make sure that our mental health, our stability, and if we actually need each other at one point, we can always contact each other. We have created that environment outside as well.
So, yeah, I think that's definitely your found family is also much better, I would say. So, when you look up at the MM organization, what is the one thing that makes you feel proud every single day and gives you motivation to work with them?
I would say Mirsaid. He's my only motivation with this Model United Nations, him himself, because he's very busy and you can see it from the way he's tired, the way he's working, and he has to go to university as well. I think myself personally, my biggest motivation is Mirsaid. Every day I look at him, I'm like such a young age, so much passion, and he has completed so much tasks all alone. He always had so many fights. Everyone was against him. They were like, you won't be able to do this. This won't happen. But he always pushed off strong, and he indeed always stood alone. He was like, I'm going to do this myself. And he had that believe in himself, the confidence. And he's my biggest motivation. Indeed, I think I would always just look up for him. Every time I think of MM Organization or any Model United Nation, I'm like, yeah, Mir Said, he pushed me till here. If he did it, I can also try my best. So I think my motivation is Mir Said. Indeed, the team's motivation also could be Mir Said. Other than that, the team's motivation is our successful conferences. I don't think any organization in our country specifically can manage to pull off a conference in different countries. So I think that could be their biggest motivation, that I'm working in such a great team. I have a team that has trust from parents, from teenagers. So their motivation could be the conferences, and mine is always Mir Said.
Yeah, I think I never knew that Sir is still in university because for the podcast scheduled for him, but he could not make it. So I got a better chance to come up with you. So, and if I had to ask you one question, like how did you all of the people in MN organization work? Because when you're starting very early in life, of like professionally, you're starting very early, you don't get a lot of support from your family or your friends, indeed, or somebody who's around, your neighbors and all that. So how did you manage it?
So me myself, I had a lot of ups and downs with this conferences being done. I broke my phone twice because of how mad, how much people were kept on saying, you won't be able to do this, you're getting stressed for nothing, and these certificates mean nothing. My parents itself, they already had put a crossover for Model United Nations for me, since they were like, you're just getting certificates, you're working so hard, and this won't affect your university or any kind of places. But I always told them, you will see, this will all be paying off one day, not only for university, but my work as well. I manage them by trying to not care as much, which of course this is very hard at one point, because you sometimes sit down at night and you're like, everyone is not supporting you. No one is here for you at this point, not even your family. What will you do? That was the times I was like, Mir Said again, because he was there. And although he was also in the same situation as me and the entire team, he kept on keeping us up. I knew that he was not feeling it well. Even though he was sick, he was not feeling well. He was always there that you guys can do this. Don't care about anyone's words, because you are yourself. Be independent, be confident, and believe in yourself, because we have this team. We all are together and we will push off. So this was the biggest motivation of the team, that yes, we're together. Although we will have downs, this is how it's supposed to be. Nothing will always be perfect. So we had that mindset, and now we're flowing very well. And with friends, very sorry for interrupting. Yeah, with friends, although they were saying, oh, nothing will be happening, now they're all trying to contact with us, keep contact again, because they saw that we succeeded and we did it. So I think that's such an honor, seeing them text and you're like, yeah, I did it. And now they're trying to have me back.
I'm so impressed. Like, as me being teenager, I can relate to it. When working professionally means a lot. And now I know MM organization is like working on the shoulders of teenagers working really hard. So I really appreciate your efforts. Really, it deserves something big. And yeah, so I like to. There's one final question, Matam, and that is, what is the best piece of advice you have ever heard or received?
Okay, again from Mir Said, I think the best advice is pushing hard and chasing your dreams. I think this is a very general advice, but if you think deeply about it, chasing your dreams and actually trying for it, because at one point you may not be able to achieve one part of the dream, but at least you can say, I tried my best, I did all my best, I put all my effort. I think trying all your best, putting all your effort, and separating your work and mental health apart, I think this is the best advice. Making sure you are actually doing well with this project, making sure you're actually passionate about this. This is the best advice ever. Just keep doing what you're doing, because at one point you'll achieve what you want.
That was the end of the Project 765 episode number 2. We had the CHRO of MM Organization from Azerbaijan, which is also our first international guest. Now, talking about the MM organization, they are doing an amazing work in segment of hosting MUNs all around the globe. So do make sure to check their official website and Instagram given in the description box, and also do make sure to connect with them. If you are from Azerbaijan and alongside countries, they really host good conferences. Do make sure to check it out. And if you're an international delegate, so for them also they host really great events, and that too they took to New York, which is we just talked about in the conference. And MM organization is a good organization, and I have personally seen their work closely when I was with Best Diplomats in Dubai, and I definitely suggest you to at least go for it once in your lifetime, because it's the experience that they give is really very meaningful, both professionally and personally. And a special thanks from my side to watch this episode. It really means a lot to me that you spend your time on my podcast, and thank you so much for watching, and hoping to see you in the episode number 3 with a really meaningful conversation. Thank you.